there guys, Gaming Stag here, and today, this is my E3 2016 video, jam-packed with lots of stuff. I'm going to be mainly talking about the conferences I was interested in, which will influence what content you're going to see in the near future this year. Lots of stuff. I'm going to be mainly talking about EA and the Xbox because I have a PC and Xbox One, if you guys did not already know. Now, before E3, I was really excited, and it lived up to my expectations, because honestly, I thought, nah, not going to be interested in E3. I was wrong. Okay, so, just to say, I'm not going to cover everything. If you want to cover everything, I have the links to the EA conference linked in the description below on YouTube, and the Xbox live stream as well down below on Twitch. So, first of all, we're going to talk about EA. So, EA were doing something quite different this year, which I quite liked. They were kind of doing pre-E3, they did it on the Sunday. Technically E3 started on the Monday, you know, and that's fine. They called themselves, their little conference called EA Play, kind of a separate thing from E3, but it was still part of E3 itself. So we have the CEO of Electronic Arts, as well as the competition officer. The CEO was in Los Angeles, and they had a little idea that they would host their EA Play in two places at once. And it was the same person that suggested, let's link the two up via satellite. That's exactly what they did. The CEO was in Los Angeles, while the competition officer was in London. And it worked. I've got to say, it was brilliant on how they linked it up. They kind of split the show, which was cool. It's a bit different to the other E3 conferences. So, one of the things I want to start off talking about is their thing that they launched for, I think it was this week, they might do it in the future as well, which is what they call Play to Give. So that over, I think it was a range of 5 games, including Star Wars Battlefront, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Madden, FIFA. In-game challenges for charitable causes. And in them, 5 challenges for the 5 games. I think the 5 games I just practically mentioned there, and it will go to charities such as Special Effect, you know, and that's a good way. Play to Give, very nice indeed. Okay. Now, for the first game, I'm going to be talking about Titanfall 2. Now, one of the biggest announcements for Titanfall 2 is they're going to be adding new PlayStation 4 players. Because originally, I think it was just for Xbox. No, Xbox and PC, sorry. I was just trying to think. Was it for PC as well? I'm sure it was. It was. Okay. Next of all, what the fans have been wanting is single player. And may I add, an offline single player. That is the exact wording what the developer pitched it as. And you know, with more modern technology, more modern games need to be online to play all the time, and that can get annoying. It's annoying for me sometimes because, you know, you may, I don't know, you take your laptop on holiday, right? You've got no internet and you want to play this game, but you've got to have a solid connection to actually play single player, and you know, no one likes that. But with this, that's fine. With this, they featured not only a multiplayer trailer, but a single player trailer. Okay, Titanfall 2 will be released on October 28th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Next comes from BioWare with Mass Effect Andromeda. For the first time in the Mass Effect series, this is now going to be powered by Frostbite engine. Now, I'm going to be mentioning Frostbite engine a lot this episode, because a lot more games are using Frostbite. The same engine that powers the Need for Speed and Battlefield franchises. Absolutely amazing. Makes it look, the games look amazing with it. So with Mass Effect Andromeda, the product said everything is new. New galaxies. The real aim of the game is finding a new world for the human race. But they've pitched it as you want to explore a new galaxy, which is interesting. So I quite like that kind of aspect. That's interesting. That kind of puts kind of like something like Eve Valkyrie, but to another level within Mass Effect. So that's cool. That is very, very nice for Mass Effect Andromeda. I haven't played any Mass Effect. I thought, oh, this looks and sounds very interesting to play. Okay. Now before I go any further, I had a few E3 predictions. Okay. So I'm going to explain them as I get to the games, because everyone has them. This year, 3 games for me. 3 very nice games. Originally, it was actually 2, until 1 got announced. Okay. So next of all, for E3, for EA, FIFA 17. Now me, I'm not really a football fan. I don't really play FIFA. The last FIFA I played was FIFA 14. Yeah, quite a few years ago. Anyway, yet again, for the first time in the history of FIFA, they are using the Frostbite engine. What that allows you to do in FIFA 17 is the fact that they have added a story called The Journey, where you will do the story of a guy called Alex Hunter, going from a youngster right up to Premier League matches, which is very nice. Also, we have brand new feature, the first time in FIFA, Premier League real life managers such as Jose Mourinho. Okay, very nice. Now they say these 4 bits of information every single year, so you won't be surprised to hear that they are rewriting set pieces. They are improving the artificial intelligence, AI. They've got new attacking techniques, and their physical play has dramatically improved. Okay, and that's all I've got to say about FIFA 17. It looks good. Not one of the 3 I'm going to be pre-ordering. Next of all, we have Star Wars. Yes, big Star Wars fan. Okay, big Star Wars fan. Okay, so as it stands, we've got Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We've got Star Wars The Old Republic and Star Wars Battlefront. Coming next year will be the next installment for Star Wars Battlefront from DICE with the collaboration with Motive. They've decided to listen to the players for this next installment. That could indicate a single player campaign for Star Wars Battlefront, which was the most wanted thing in Star Wars Battlefront. I've got to say, I was impressed with what they were doing with it. I wasn't particularly bothered that it was single player that wasn't a single player campaign. Like, I wasn't bothered at all. It would have been nice, but you know, wasn't really bothered. Next announcement they made in 2018, there will be an action adventure from Visceral. Hope I said that right. So that's very interesting. That's a second Star Wars game. So it looks like in the next few years we're going to have quite a jam-packed Star Wars. They're going to be introducing new characters and new ways because they think, and I completely agree, you know, do something unique, do something different. You can't recreate something that's been done before. They've tried kind of to do that in the original Star Wars Battlefront with the reboot of Star Wars Battlefront. it didn't work out to them very well. Okay, the next game they unveiled was Respawn. Respawn are doing a third-person action-adventure game. Now, many years ago, there was a kind of bounty hunter, I can't remember what it was called, a bounty hunter focused game, which was third person, and it got cancelled. I'm wondering if this is very similar to what that was. Okay. I'm just intrigued and interested to know if that was it. But I guess we'll see in the future. Now, next what I am going to talk about in the EA stream is one of my anticipated games of the year, which I was really excited about when I first saw the trailer, was Battlefield 1. I started with Battlefield 3. One of my friends got me into it. I wasn't into first person shooters. It was my first kind of first person shooter that I ever played. And now I own Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and Battlefield Hardline. And I'm excited to pre-order Battlefield 1. Okay. Based in World War 1, we're going to be seeing zeppelins, trenches, artillery, World War 1 tanks, biplanes, everything to do with World War 1, and a definite focus. Did I say focus? Focus, sorry. On melee, which is a definite focus on the trailers. They look absolutely amazing with the improved dynamic weather. So they keep saying, you know, no battle is ever the same. No two battles are the same. With a new dynamic weather system, the game will be very unpredictable. So it could change from a sunny day to an absolute storm mid-battle, or vice versa. Okay? Terrain destruction will be more natural. It will impact the world around you. For example, I'm going to discuss this in just a second about the multiplayer live stream. During that, a zeppelin comes in, it gets destroyed, and the remains, the metal, stays in the ground. It doesn't despawn, it stays, and so you have to navigate yourself around that, and it will destroy buildings and terrain when it comes crashing down. Battlefield 1 will be released on October 21st. Now, the multiplayer live stream, which was the first ever gameplay multiplayer 64 player for 1 hour in the middle of the EA live stream before the post show. Now, during this, there were two teams, Team Neebs versus Team Stone Mountain 64. If you recognize those names, those are YouTubers which are very famous for doing their Battlefield gameplay. They were leading their team to either victory or defeat. Now, they don't just choose these teammates, I don't think, but they might have. No, we've got big celebrities, we've got actors, music producers, big names. Zac Efron, Jamie Foxx, Tyrese Gibson, Zed, Wiz Khalifa. They're just a fraction of names that were there. I've got to say, it was very exciting watching that. Very exciting. Okay. New spawn screen. It looks amazing. Graphically, brilliant as usual with the Frostbite engine. Okay. The weapons are very World War 1. During World War 1, what happened was each country had a different way of having the weapons, so the reload system might be slightly different because they thought it was maybe best. Okay, in the multiplayer live stream, we have the British against the Germans, the United Kingdom against the German, and I was always thinking, you know, in my pre-E3 thoughts, I was like, is there and pre-Battlefield 1 actually. It just got announced. I was like, I'm just wondering what countries are going to be involved. And we definitely now know United Kingdom and Germany. And I'm sure they're going to involve America as well. So that is very exciting. Of course, if you want to see it yourself, it is in the middle of the EA. Live stream. So, what I'm going to talk about next is the Xbox. If I chose between the two conferences, I couldn't decide which one was better. They equaled. Now, with Xbox, they unveiled, Phil Spencer and his team unveiled about Xbox Play Anywhere, their brand new feature to Xbox One. What does that mean? Practically what that means is you buy the game once. Then you can play it not only on your Xbox One, but you can play it on your Windows 10 PC. So, some of the games, such as Gears of War 4, will feature this. Not all games will have this feature, but most of them will do. That is very nice, because that means you don't double up on games. For example, I've had to buy The Crew twice. I have a low-end gaming PC. Crew didn't run very well on my PC, so I bought it again for my Xbox. And that's a bit of a blow, because not only does Ubisoft get double my money, that's double the money I didn't really want to spend. Okay. Next of all, guys, is consoles. Before I move on to games, I will discuss games last, because in the entire of Xbox conference there were 3 games that stood out. Now, I said at the start, there are 3 games that I'm interested in. I've only discussed 1 so far, so you're gonna see that later on. So they unveiled a brand new console coming this August, the Xbox One S. When it was unveiled, it was white. Don't know if there's going to be any other colours, but in August, this console is also kind of known as the Xbox One Slim. There were rumours about this, and it has been confirmed. The Xbox One S is 40% slimmer. It has a 2TB HDD. It has an IR blaster. It has an integrated power supply. So the power supply is now no longer separate. It is within the box itself. It has the new Xbox wireless controller with increased range. That sounds brilliant for about $299. I'm not sure how much that is in pounds. Less. It's always less. Anyway, they also unveiled right at the end a brand new project called Project Scorpio, which will feature 4K gaming. Now, at first, when this was rumoured, it's now confirmed, I was skeptical about 4K. I'm still a little bit skeptical, but I have more hope in the 4 gaming kind of thing. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it, so I'm 50-50 with this. The specs are as follows, of what we know so far. 6 teraflops of GPU power. 6. That is big. That is a lot of teraflops. A lot. That is big power. Okay. 8 CPU cores. That's some serious processing power right there. And over 320 gigabytes per second memory bandwidth. Now all that might seem, what does that mean? That's a powerful machine, that is. All coming in 2017. Next year. And they're revealing this now. Why? So developers get the chance to use this new bit of horsepower for their games for the Xbox One well, the Xbox Scorpio. Now, you'll be thinking, will it feature the same thing as 360? 360 games can't work on the Xbox One. No gamer is left behind with the community they love. So, all Xbox One games, accessories, will all work with the Xbox One S. They will all work with the Xbox Scorpio. And that's what makes me feel happy about this announcement. The fact that everything works. So you don't need to double up on money, because everyone knows that is a pain. Right, next of all, before I move on to games, I've got two major things to talk about. Xbox Live features, which are gonna be coming to us this fall, very soon. Now, one of the most requested things that I've heard about is background music. We're going to be able to listen to our favorite tunes while playing our favorite game. They're also going to be adding language region independence. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can have your own language. They're also introducing Cortana to Xbox One. People are thinking, hopefully, that will improve the Kinect. We don't know. Okay. Now, one of the most requested things on Xbox Live was clubs. Whatever your interest is, Forza, The Division, you can find it with clubs. And be grouped with gamers similar to your interests. Linking to clubs is another new feature called Looking for Group. So that is searching for other players that have similar interests as you. Not the game this time, like in clubs, but actual players. So if you're on a Minecraft server and you want some builders, you go for looking for a group. Okay. And the last Xbox Live feature that they announced was Arena. Competitive gaming for everybody. And that is quite something. Now, last thing before we move on to the games, I know you're wanting to know about the games. Custom controllers. We were shown a custom controller ad, and it looks nice. You can customize your own controller, the colors, where the colors are going to be, right? So that's to every individual button, D-pad, thumbstick, everything on the controller. It can be even engraved with a name. That is what Xbox should have had at the start, but it now has the ability for that. I am quite pleased with that. Very pleased. Okay. So now, games. Games. My second game. Technically it's my third, but it doesn't matter what order. I said, I just want the announcement this year. I want the announcement for Forza Horizon 3. From Microsoft Studios, Turn 10 and Playground Games. What was unveiled to us at Xbox, which I'm very hyped about, we have the announcement and release date for Forza Horizon 3. Now, before I move on to the information about it, before E3 I was like, right, I want the announcement of Forza Horizon 3. It's not going to be released this year, I don't think, because let's admit it, Turn 10, Microsoft Studios, they're busy with Forza Motorsport 6, Apex. Forza Motorsport 6 has just come out practically a few months ago. I'm not sure Forza Horizon 3. I think it will be released this year and then maybe released next year. Maybe September, November time. And even if they do release it this year, I wouldn't mind. But I think due to the timings, you know, I think it'll be next year. They'll announce it at this E3 and release it next year. Was I right? I was 50-50 with that guess. Because with Forza Horizon 3, it is now based in Australia. Okay, we had a little bit of a line saying about body kits. Are they going to expand on what body kits they already have? No idea. With the gameplay demo that we saw that it could be do cross-play. Not only is it with the Xbox Play Anywhere, which I'm very excited about, so I can play it on my PC as well as my Xbox. I can only pay it for it once. We can cross-play between Xbox One and PC. Also, what I noticed, number plates. We had to do decals on them on Forza Horizon 2. Forza Horizon 2 for me is still going strong. I still love that game. But now we have number plates. Very nice. And for the first time ever in Forza Horizon, we have a 4-player co-op campaign. That is what I like to hear. All coming September 27th. Very exciting. That is an indefinite pre-order for me. Very, very nice. So I've told you 2 of the 3 games that I want. Now, the next game that we already have, but some new features have been added. Minecraft. For iOS, Android and Windows 10, we have the introduction of crossplay. You no longer need to be barriered between what platform you are on. We have crossplay introduction, as well as Realms. Realms will be coming to console next year, but on iOS, Android and Windows 10, we have it this year. Now, when someone says Minecraft PC, there are 2 types of Minecraft. There's the Windows 10 version, and then there's just an ordinary PC version. So I think this will only work with the Windows 10 version. I have a feeling. So I'm 50-50 on that. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Is it gonna be on the original PC, or is it just gonna be the Windows 10 edition? I'm not sure, because I wasn't a fan of the Windows 10 edition. I don't really want to use it, to be quite honest with you. Also, we have Oculus support, which is a very nice feature for you Rift pre-orderers. I reckon it's this month where you should be getting your Oculus Rifts. Be very nice to play Minecraft with. Also, we have extra add-ons for iOS and Android and Windows 10, which suggests, yes, it is the Windows 10 edition. Okay, very nice. Now, the next game that caught my eye was State of Decay 2. Haven't played State of Decay, but when I watched the trailer, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm not really into zombie apocalypse games, but this looks very nice. Very nice gameplay. And I'm excited to what it brings about. Okay? So that is almost all what I've got to talk about. Now, the last game I've wanted to talk about all episode is Mafia 3. Mafia 3 looks absolutely amazing. Based in 1960s America, Lincoln Clay, your main character here, he gets betrayed by the Italian mob, and he wants his revenge because he killed his family, all of them massacred, and they didn't know Lincoln survived. This is brought to you by Take-Two Studios, the mothership of Rockstar, who make Grand Theft Auto 5. That's very interesting, because when I first saw the gameplay, I was like, that weapon wheel minimap looked very similar to GTA. And I wonder why. Gameplay looks really nice, and what they've done with it, particularly with the driving, is they've said that we want it to kind of be like you're in a Hollywood movie, like you're the stunt driver, and that's very, very nice. They've added the stuff that we liked from Mafia 1 and Mafia 2, brought them into an open world of Mafia 3. Very exciting. Can't wait to play Mafia 3. Very excited for not only that, but Forza Horizon 3 and Battlefield 1. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like. Comment below what you thought, and also I want you to comment what are your thoughts on E3 so far. What's your expectations? What are you going to be pre-ordering this year, or maybe next year if it's the Xbox One Scorpio? Okay. And guys, I'll be seeing you in my next episode, and if I've got any more E3 gameplay, well, information should I say, I'll let you guys know. Till then, I'll see you in my next video.